what is happening. How is that thing just sitting right now?
Let's freaking go, y'all. Welcome back to Unreal Reality, guys. Today, we'll be reacting to a dark collection of creepy TikToks and mysterious videos from the internet's darkest corners. Before we go any further, if you're not subscribed, go on and smash that subscribe button. Join the Unreal Army, help us hit 100K, and while you're down there, smash that like button too, guys. Get it done now so you don't have to worry about it later on in the video. With all that out the way, let's jump right into it, y'all.
Okay, if this video is legit, we are cooked. Seriously. So, a man in Panama claims that he found a freshly fallen meteorite recently. At first, it looked just like a rock from space, so he collected it and he kept it. And then he started doing experiments with it and noticed some very strange things about it. For example, he put a leaf on it and it wilts the leaf and then basically burns the leaf, like burns through it, which is strange. And over time, he noticed some even stranger things occurring. For example, the spot in the dirt where it landed actually glows at night. I don't know if it's like radioactive material or what. But then something even more bizarre and frankly, I'd say concerning started happening. It started growing something. So here's the debate. Is this just local fungi or spores from the ground, or could it actually be an extraterrestrial microbe that hitchhiked across the cosmos? I mean, normally anything living would burn up when a meteorite blasts through Earth's atmosphere, but not everything is fragile. We've actually found bacteria here on Earth that survive in the most extreme places, like microbes that thrive in underwater volcanic vents that are hotter than boiling water. So, I mean, could life from out there be hardy enough to survive a fiery crash through our skies? Maybe. Allegedly, this guy is taking the meteorite to a university in Panama for testing, but whatever the growth is, it is like nightmarish looking. I mean, what do you think? Is this a potential microbe that survived through the atmosphere, or is it something local that got on it like a spore on the ground? Or is it a hoax? I don't know, but whatever this is bizarre if it is real. If there are any experts out there, please chime in. Let me know your thoughts on this.
Forget a meteorite. This thing looks like Venom's long-lost cousin. This isn't something you study. This is something you contain, and fast.
China just shot down an asteroid that could have hit the Earth, and everyone needs to know about this. It's a huge deal. Today, a video came out of what's been called an asteroid that was falling towards the Earth. But just before it hit the Earth, a Chinese air defense system shot down the asteroid and destroyed it. Now, many people on the ground who saw this spoke on it, and they all really said that they heard two loud explosions before the asteroid was destroyed. But as you can imagine, this is really the first time that something like this has ever happened. But it does show just how good Chinese air defense systems are, because asteroids usually travel at insane speeds, much faster than missiles. But reportedly, these air defense systems could have saved the lives of thousands of people. For comparison, back in 2013, a just 20-meter wide asteroid fell in Chelyabinsk, Russia, and it exploded just above the ground because it wasn't big enough to hit the ground. Except that explosion injured thousands of people, who were mainly injured from shattered glass from windows all across the city. Now, we don't really have much information on this asteroid falling in China. China hasn't spoke on this. All we've got is the video of the asteroid being shot down, but it really is a massive deal. And of course, because of that, it's hard to know just how big this asteroid was and how much damage it could have caused. Either way, though, it's absolutely worth knowing about because it's the first time anything like this has ever happened. As usual, though, you can leave me a follow for some more global news like this.
So while NASA's too busy holding their press conferences, China's over here playing real-life Space Invaders. Long story short, China just pulled an Armageddon, minus Bruce Willis.
Are we about to be told that we're going to be invaded by aliens? Because I sort of feel like that's where things are headed. So there was a UAP congressional hearing yesterday, and they released new footage and new evidence. Now, this isn't the first hearing they've had. This has been going on for a while, but it hasn't been taken seriously. It hasn't caught on to mainstream narratives yet, but I think it's about to. And I think that they're gearing up for that with 3i Atlas. The whole 3i Atlas story was very fringe when it first came out. And now we're starting to hear it more in mainstream circles. It was discovered July 1st, but it didn't start picking up steam with the general public until well into August. And I feel like this narrative is just getting kind of pushed further and further, and they want to see how far it goes.
I gotta say, guys, if this is an invasion, then why does it feel like a straight-up movie trailer? What do you think, guys? Is the Three-Eye Atlas coming to Earth, or is it coming for Earth? Gallium. That's not good. They say it melts metal. I say it melts reality. One drop and suddenly your spoon is a distant memory. Hey guys, the T-1000 called. It wants its chaos back.
Scientists just figured out how to reverse aging with AI, and this is a massive breakthrough. We can now reprogram any human cell back to age 20. Heart cells, skin cells, brain cells, all reset to their biological prime. But here's the wildest part. The technology to do this has existed since 2012. It won the Nobel Prize. But the real breakthrough wasn't possible until this year, when they supercharged it with AI. It's a wild story. So in 2006, scientists discovered Yamanaka factors. They're proteins that can basically convert any normal cell into a universal stem cell. Now, this discovery was a huge deal because these stem cells are basically like magic healers. If you have torn muscle tissue, you can inject these stem cells into the area and they will turn into the youthful muscle cells that you need. So Yamanaka factors were an insane breakthrough because they allowed any human to turn any cell you already have into a magic healer. But there was one big problem. It turns out the original Yamanaka factors weren't very good at this stem cell conversion. They could do it, but they just weren't reliable enough to make a product. Enter OpenAI. And this is where things get crazy. OpenAI designed a special AI model built specifically to create new proteins. Think of it like ChatGPT, but for protein engineering. So they took all the original Yamanaka research and gave it to this AI model to go ham on improving it. And guess what happened? Their new version is 50 times more effective than the original. They tested it on 50-year-old cells, and it successfully started repairing 30% of the cells in just 7 days. And this isn't science fiction, this actually happened. And it sounds crazy, but in a few years, humans will be able to take a shot that literally reverses the age of their cells. Shout out science.
Yeah, I don't know, reverse aging? Or are we just handing AI the keys to our soul? They call it science. I, on the other hand, call it playing God with a joystick. This is crazy tech. Wild. Fall asleep at the wheel? No problem. Your car watches, judges, and now tattles as well. It doesn't just drive, guys. It now decides when you're allowed to wake up, too.
This man vanished and never found again after he proves Earth's shape is not what we have been taught. Watch this.
Take this bowl here, pour a whole bunch of water on it, and watch none of the water fall off the bottom. It all sticks onto it. And while that's happening, and the water stays stuck. Not only that, you're at 1,000 miles an hour spinning this way, which also at 67,000 miles an hour, 67,000 miles an hour, while spinning 1,000, you're circling around the sun. And while that's happening, you're also chasing the sun through the Milky Way at 514,000 miles an hour. And every single night, the stars are exactly the same. Every single night. Every single night, the stars never change. Polaris is always exactly where it is.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes footage disappears, and sometimes people disappear with said footage. We don't know exactly what he proved. We just know that he's gone.
He's just trapping and cursing people through like his street performance.
What?
A guy in Italy, in Florence. Oh, it's crazy.
What happens?
So two guys who are really like into Christianity and stuff like that, they walk around and they see the guy, right? And they notice something. After the pose, he always finds a way to grab their hand and put his hand on top of their head. And then they saw his eyes fluttering.
Oh,
underneath his eyelids. They went back to the room and they said, oh God, next time I see him, can you show me what's going on with this person? Because there's already bad energy. They go back. They see the guy still doing that to people. And he said the Holy Spirit showed him cobwebs over him. You know what
does
cobwebs
that mean?
In the spiritual realm? That's witchcraft.
Really?
Yeah.
And I could see in the spirit realm, like, this man was just surrounded by what looked like a lot of swirling dark clouds made out of like shadowy spider webs. Spider webs in the spirit realm are always symbolic. It's always witchcraft. It's like what witchcraft looks like in the spirit realm.
So he's doing curses, and whenever they walk away, they see the same cobwebs over that person.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's a trap, fam.
Smile for the camera and pray that this street performing witch doesn't touch your mind.
You can't even make this up. Now you have to ask yourself, why are all these cars here hidden in the mountains of Switzerland, packed inside here deep in the cave? In the comments below, why do you think the cars were stored here? Do you think they were stolen and kept here? Or do you think it's some rich man's collection? I would love to find out. We are flying our drones in an underground cave full of Volkswagens.
Oh, they're definitely hidden in there for a reason, guys. And that reason is more than most likely still watching. Mountains hold secrets, and sometimes a fleet of forgotten machines as well.
I'm watching Canelo Crawford, and can we talk about the fact that Mario Lopez has to be a vampire? This man will look the same for 40 years. He's 51 years old. This is A.C. Slater from Saved by the Bell. Now look at this right here. I'm gonna show y'all. You can't tell me this ain't Count Dracula. I don't know what type of human blood you drinking, but I'm gonna need you to go ahead and give us a secret. Cause ain't no way in hell you out here holding on. Your hairline's still intact. My hairline ain't looked like that since you was in Bayside High. How the hell you still got a head full of hair and we out here trying to figure out what's going on? Teeth straight, ain't no wrinkles in the face, nothing. Listen here, Count Dracula, Mr. Transylvania. I'm gonna need to know, did you kill everybody else on the cast? Did you sacrifice them in order to look like this for the next 50 years of your life? Because while we out here Asian and I don't watch you on TV and now here we are, you older than me but looking younger than me. I was a kid when you was in high school. How does this make sense? Somebody help me out. Mario Lopez, we need answers right now, today.
Mario Lopez, aka AC Slater. What do you think, guys? Eternal youth or just a nightly vampire shift at Bayside High? You decide.
Ladies and gentlemen, please breathe through your clothing. Stay low.
We on a smoked out goddamn plane. Look at bruh.
A Wall Street Journal investigation reveals that toxic fumes on thousands of flights have caused severe brain injuries to passengers and crew. Early symptoms like dizziness and vomiting often worsened over months, leaving many with permanent damage to their nervous systems.
Crazy.
Reports of these incidents have surged in recent years, with many linked to Airbus A320 jets.
People are leaving this museum with bruises, scratches, and nightmares, and one painting might be causing it. The Artemis fractal, painted by Bill Stoneham, is considered to be one of the most haunted paintings in the world. Zach Baggins from Ghost Adventures added it to his museum, thinking that this would be a cool exhibit. But visitors are now experiencing physical and emotional reactions that are impossible to ignore. Here's the wildest part about it, though. Nobody seems to understand why this painting is actually considered haunted. Paranormal experts think that it might be a psychic amplifier, and the painter said that the painting has a living energy. That means that it can reflect and magnify the emotional and spiritual energy of anyone who looks at it. People look at it and they report fear, sudden sadness, even physical bruising and scratches, like the painting is reacting to them directly. When people visit the museum, they report fainting, crying, having nightmares, or coming out with bruises and scratches. And this isn't just an isolated incident. In the same museum, there's a doll named Peggy, and she's notorious for having paranormal activity. I'm gonna make a video about her after this. But like having both of these objects in the same space makes it feel like something dark is spreading through the rooms. Would you be brave enough to visit this museum? Or do you think that all of this is just a publicity stunt? Let me know and follow for more.
Yeah, so a canvas that doesn't just hang, it watches and it waits. They say it's just a painting, guys, until it isn't.
I want to talk about one of the worst videos I've seen on the internet, which is of this woman, Amy, going through the McKame Manor haunted house. Because while the video is bad, there's one specific part that I think people really need to know about. So some background for people that aren't familiar. McKame Manor is a haunted house run by Russ McKame, and it's essentially just a torture chamber. People who go to this haunted house have teeth ripped out without Novocaine, they get buried alive, they even have to eat their own throw up. It's horrible. And recently, the owner, Russ, was just arrested for attempting to kill a woman twice, which I covered in the most recent episode of my podcast, Heart Starts Pounding. But while I was doing research for that episode, I came upon this video of Amy going through the experience. And the whole thing was recorded and put up on the internet, except for one part, and that's the part I want to talk about. During the experience, Amy's told that two brothers are going to come rough her up, but then the screen goes black and it just says, "I cannot show you what takes place," referring to what happened to Amy when the brothers showed up. And the next time we see Amy, she's sitting in this freezer and her spirit looks completely broken, like something bad just happened, but we weren't able to see what occurred. Amy later did an interview saying that when the brothers showed up, she was actually tortured really badly and used the safe word, but was not allowed to end the experience.
Oh, I really, really wish they'd stop calling this place a haunted house and start calling it what it really is. A torture chamber. Period.
Roy police! Anybody in here? Hey, buddy, come on.
Oh.
Come on. Sorry, buddy.
Unreal.
You're a good boy. Come on, Oakley.
Cool.
This way, Oakley.
Oh, he ain't stupid. He ain't about to break leash protocol laws in front of an officer. I guarantee this dog has a mama that doesn't play, guys.
The Philadelphia experiment in 1943. Have you ever heard of it? Yes or no?
No. Yes.
No. So this was the beginning of World War II. The world was at war, and it for the second time. The U.S. Navy ships were getting rocked their socks off. They started looking up different ways to cloak their ships. But then supposedly they're like, well, we want to figure out how to get all the way invisible. They did it, right? Yeah. This new technology in the ship. Flipped it on.
What is the technology that makes it invisible?
Don't know. The ship started to glow. Eyewitness report said there's like this green fog that started to surround it. Disappeared. Guess where it reappeared?
Japan.
It reappeared in the Virginia.
What?
250 miles away. When it appeared in Virginia, it was actually 10 minutes before it disappeared. What? So that, like,
It went back in time?
back in time.
No, it's imaginary.
Listen! It
Crazy.
disappeared again. And then reappeared back in Philadelphia.
Yeah, so disappeared in Philly, reappeared in Virginia, and 10 minutes earlier, too. They were going for invisibility, yet somehow found something much stranger.
Let's take a look at the video clip of the Reaper firing this Hellfire missile. Tracking the orb now. Look how fast it's moving. Not only does it split into pieces, but 3 giant chunks of the Hellfire get caught in the anti-gravity field of the craft and begin to tag along with it as it moves out of the frame.
Wild.
Boom. Look at that. Now look at the three pieces of debris following it now.
Okay, while this is still rolling, Mr. Nusatelli, real quick, yes or no answers. Are you aware of anything in the government, United States government arsenal that can split a Hellfire missile like this?
No.
And do whatever blob thing it did and then keep going? Nothing?
Nothing.
Does this video scare you guys? Yes or no?
Yes.
Wiggins?
Yes.
A missile hit that orb and it barely flinched. Congress watched, weapons fired, and nothing stopped it. Guys, even the experts are terrified.
One of the craziest human experiments put completely sane people in insane asylums to see how well doctors could diagnose mental illness. 8 sane volunteers told doctors they were hearing a voice saying empty, hollow, or thud, which got them all admitted instantly and let them start the true test from inside the asylum. Once in, they acted completely normal, with the goal of getting discharged by the hospital. Other patients often guessed the 8 were faking, but staff never did. Every fake patient ended up getting diagnosed with severe mental disorders, and some of them were stuck inside for 52 days. But here's the real crazy part. In total, 12 hospitals were tested, and they all failed. So Stanford published a paper about the study. One well-known hospital challenged the study, saying, "Send us your fakes, we'll catch them all." So Stanford agreed, and over the next 3 months, 193 patients went to that hospital. Staff considered 41 of those patients to be imposters, and another 42 were considered suspect. That's when Stanford informed the hospital they didn't actually send anyone during those 3 months.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. There is absolutely no amount of money that one could pay me to go undercover in a mental hospital for 52 days. No, thank you.
Scientists think they found alien life on Mars, probably. But it's not little green men, more like microbes that lived 3.5 billion years ago. Now, as you can see, they don't look that exciting, but these rocks are actually the most exciting evidence yet of past life on Mars. The rocks were picked up from a Mars riverbed by NASA's robot, the Perseverance rover. They have marks that look like leopard spots and poppy seeds. Those are minerals that scientists think were created by ancient chemical reactions made by microbes. Mars used to be more like Earth, with a thick atmosphere that may have supported life. It is possible for those marks to have been made by rocks reacting to heat, but the evidence is pointing towards them being a sign of life. Scientists say the best way to be certain is to bring the rocks to Earth.
Yeah, could you imagine being this excited over a bunch of rocks from over 3 billion years ago? Like, I want some of whatever she is smoking, guys. Wow. That is terrifying.
People are finding spiders inside of their houses that are literally turning into zombies, which sounds fake, but it's not. So there's a fungus that's now going around that's called GA, and it does the creepiest thing imaginable. It infects a spider, it crawls through its body, and then it eats it alive from the inside out. So basically, it's Taco Bell, but for spiders. This fungus is literally taking full control of the spiders. It forces them to climb around high up on walls and ceilings. Then it sprouts out of the spider's body, covering it in white fuzz like something straight out of The Last of Us. And scientists are saying that it basically puppeteers the spider's final movement so it crawls into the perfect spot with perfect airflow to spread its spores. That's like the show Disney on Ice, but it's sponsored by Satan. They're saying that originally this fungus that's getting to spiders was only ever seen deep in Irish caves, but now it's in the US. The headlines are blowing up on social media right now saying that the spiders have been spotted in American homes. Yeah, cool, as if Rent wasn't already terrifying enough, now we have zombie spiders on the ceiling too. There was actually one homeowner that said that her entire shed was filled with them and she hasn't opened her windows since. Was this really her shed, or was this actually the set for Stranger Things season 5? Obviously keep a lookout for the zombie spiders. I give you these roundups every day though, so make sure you add me and come back to me tomorrow.
Yeah, sweet. Once found in caves is now spreading across the United States. The spiders aren't dead, y'all. They're just hosting something far worse.
I think I just jumped down the wrong rabbit hole. It is a TikTok account on here called Crime Scene Cleanup. And on this account, they show crime scenes, blood, gore, everything. Why did I just see a hot tub filled with blood? I'm guessing somebody died in the hot tub, and this hot tub was still on, and this hot tub boiled their body like soup.
Insane.
You ain't hear what I just said, right? It boiled their body like soup. Craziest thing about the whole thing is this, right? When you look at the video, in the description of the video, it says, hot tubs are like crock pots for humans. It said they had to extract all the water, hair, and skin. So you know me, jump down that rabbit hole, look at other things. There are videos where blood is seeping into the carpet, down through the wood, down to the basement from the main floor. There are videos that show all kinds of crazy shit. Needless to say, those are jobs that no one here can pay me to do. I don't know how they do it. It's some crazy shit on this internet. I'm out.
I'm sorry, did he just say crockpot for humans? Listen, guys, some hot tubs are for relaxation while others are for straight up nightmares.
It's a Mexican urban legend about duendes. It's a story. It took place in Michoacan. There was this musician, right? He was with his band or whatever. They were playing, right? He ended up going home, but he had to go through a little shortcut. So he would go into the wood. And he saw these duendes dancing. And they looked at him and they saw him and they were like, yo, you, come. Play for us and we'll give you a bunch of gold. Because they saw that he had an instrument on him. He's like, I bet, whatever. He started playing. When they finished, they gave him the gold. He was going back to his house. He knocked on the door and his wife literally looked at him like, what the f***? In shock. You look different? She was like, yo, I thought you were dead. You've been gone for so long. Where have you been? Where have you been all these years? She had kids with his best friend. Like, they were big and stuff. It's like, I was only gone for an hour. Like, I was with these duendes and I was playing for them. What are you talking about? They gave me all this gold. And then they're like, what gold? Those are a bunch of pesos. They're not even real gold coins. He's like,
fuck, bro.
So, like, time for duendes are, like, different than human time. So, like,
Yeah, he thought he struck gold, but all he found was lost time. Guys, the forest doesn't deal in currency. It deals in curses.
This is one of the scariest things you will ever see. You may or may not have heard about this situation that's been going around for a couple of weeks regarding this abandoned funeral home, where there was a 911 call in the middle of the night, which I will play for you in a minute. So if you're easily scared, just keep on scrolling now. This funeral home is abandoned. It has been abandoned for years. Nobody in there, nobody working there. I mean, it's literally boarded up on the outside. But one evening, the police in the local area received a phone call to them from this location, but no one was there. And when you listen closely to the 911 call, you can just hear this faint, muffled speaking in the background, and it 100% came from here. But what the hell was going on?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Creepy. If the funeral home has been closed for years, who called the cops? Ghosts don't use phones, guys, unless they have unfinished business.
He heard something in the basement, but as he went to check it out, he finds this. A man under the user Me was recording a Snapchat for one of his friends. As he did laundry in the basement, he hears something behind him.
It's in a risk on Thursday.
No.
Something can be heard scratching or moving in the basement, so he goes to investigate.
Stupid.
The man suddenly runs away in fear after seeing something horrifying. As he went to check what was making the sounds, he sees this black figure hiding behind some furniture. But it was only when he went closer to it and turned around that he ran for his life after seeing this tall black figure towering over him. Now, this isn't the first time he's encountered something creepy. One night while he's outside with his cat, he sees this strange, creepy person just watching him on the road. Could this be the same creepy figure he saw in his basement?
So, 2 sightings and only weeks apart? Guys, I would sell that home and move so fast your head would spin.
So I've got an updated video on this meteorite or rock that fell from the sky in Panama. Now they are calling it a real life symbiote. So this is the hole that it created in the backyard of the man. As you can see, it's on fire. And the cool thing about it is, y'all, at nighttime, the area that it hit, it glows this green glow. So as you can see, he put it out, he put the fire out, and he grabbed the rock, he took it inside. It's dull over here, but it changes over time and it becomes more silvery metallic looking right over here. And this is the process where he found out that it was burning the leaves that it would come in contact with. Okay, y'all, I made a video about it. Check this out. And then this thing evolves over time. Something comes out of that rock. There it is over here. Here's the green glow. Here's the green glow. But something starts to come out of it. Look at this, y'all. Like a plant. What is this?
Weird.
What is this? He says he has to keep it in the dark because when it gets under sunlight, it grows, and he doesn't want it to grow. But check this out. Look what it's evolved to over time. What is going on here? And then there's little other versions of it too. Check this out. What is this? Our life is literally a movie. Look at this. Y'all, this man got a real life symbiote in his kitchen. Like, how absurd is this, y'all? Like, what do y'all think? Check this out. This thing is moving. It's got a light. It's got a mind of its own. So to keep this thing from getting too much sunlight, he now puts it in his security deposit box, so it doesn't grow anymore. But this thing has completely detached from this meteorite. But my question is, where is the man in black? Why isn't, where's the man in black? How is this guy keeping this at his house? So yeah, y'all, what do you guys think this is, man? Again, I've been telling y'all our life is a movie. Y'all guys literally see it. The shift is here. We've been telling y'all. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
What do you think, guys? Is this real? Is this really happening, or is this all just one big hoax? I would love to know your thoughts on this, so drop it down below, guys. That's all I got for this one. Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Smash that like and subscribe button. Fam, help us hit 100K. Go check out our Instagram, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.